Hi, take two. Oh my goodness, what a day. Um, my daughter texted me this morning, woke me up, which was a good thing. She was in good mood. It was the doctor's birthday today, so the girls were having a potluck kind of luncheon kind of thing for them, which was really nice. And because I volunteer there and stuff, I went ahead and joined them. I did get him a little something, but it's not coming until tomorrow because people have the tendency of letting you know at the very last minute. Nobody knew it was his birthday, so it was all last minute stuff. I have to stop doing and all the filler words. I remember a business class I took. She was so well spoken, articulate, just never, you couldn't catch her. I listened because she would, when we had homework, there were times when we would have to give a speech or we would do a project, and sometimes we even had to tape ourselves doing something, and she would ding you for every filler word, every like, what, that kind of stuff. See? Even your very high profile people and journalists and stuff, you watch them and they do that blah 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 stuff. You really have to focus not to do that, and I want so badly. So I've watched some of my videos back, noticing how terribly I speak. And I think part of it is just being really lazy. And it's just a really bad habit, which makes me even want to pause more because I'm concentrating even harder not to do that. I know, like, I know some people that say like all the time. Like, 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 well, like, and I don't want to be like that. So today, got up, was getting ready to go to my sister's for a shower, and my uncle rolls up and says, "Well, do you think you have time to make me breakfast?" Sure. I mean, it wasn't like I had an appointment, so I couldn't very well say no, that's not nice. And he is helping put some money down on this car, which even makes me feel worse. It's okay. But no, it was all good. I made him breakfast. He always likes it when I make him French toast. I don't know why. He likes my French toast. So I did that. And after I was all done, I went to my sister's, saw my great niece, had some coffee and toast, and played with her for like a hot minute. She loves me for my phone. She is a really good kid. She's 2.5. She knows how to use this. And she'll go through my purse, and I don't really care. She'll open my wallet, pull out all the cards, all those stupid cards you get for your Kroger card, your Meijer, I don't know, those point cards. All these stores have them, so she likes to tear my purse around. That's okay. There's nothing in there. But she'll bring my phone to me and say, "Baby Shark." She's so cute. Baby Shark. So she knows. And then I'll go to it, YouTube, and set it up for her, and she'll be playing it, and then she'll do something, and then she'll bring it to me. Fix it. Oh, she's just too cute. When it rings, she'll run it to me because she knows that if the video stops and she can tell somebody's trying to call in or something, she'll run it over to me to answer it, or I'll run over and get it if, depending. After I got cleaned up at my sister's, I left there, came back to my uncle's and started making some phone calls because of my hip and my leg from that fall. It's getting worse. I called the doctor that my surgeon referred me to. The soonest he could get me in was January 8th. Yikes. Because I'm hurting. I should have called sooner. I know I should have called sooner. My bad for dragging my leg and not doing what I was supposed to do, because it just feels like it's dying on me. And it's like when I get up from sitting, it is so hard. Once I'm walking, it's okay for the most part, but sitting is painful. It's just uncomfortable. And then when I get up, it's like, oh my gosh, I need a walker. Give me a cane, something. It is hard. I have to hang on to something. I can't just get up and walk. So the lady was asking me a whole bunch of questions, like very specific questions. And it was really hard for me to answer because it's like they wanted me to pinpoint where the pain is. And it's like I thought I'd do that in the office. Anyway, she's going to send me some paperwork to fill out. So then I made some other calls that I needed to make. Then I called this doctor that was referred to me, also an orthopedic surgeon, because I wanted to see if there was someplace I could get in sooner. And this person came highly, highly recommended, but he doesn't do hips. He just does knees, shoulders. It's interesting because a lot of doctors are very specific on the part of the body, which is good, because then, which was kind of disappointing because he was so highly recommended, and that's okay. I went ahead, she gave me a couple of names and gave me a couple of dates, and I asked her if I could call her right back so I could look at my calendar. I usually like my daughter to go with me whenever I go to appointments. So I checked the doctors out. I like to read the reviews. I'm going to recognize that I do that as best as I can. So I check them out. I read all the reviews. I read up on them. Try to make the best judgment call that I can. So I ended up picking one out that I thought I would feel the most comfortable with. Give it a shot. They're in a location that I'm very familiar with. We go to a lot of doctors that are in this particular building at this particular location. It's rather large. There's a lot of doctors there. So my aunt goes there. Did it again. My uncle goes there. Because at least I notice I have to stop that bad habit. I'm sure I have a million bad habits, but I have to try. So I did that. I made an appointment with a different foot doctor because I don't like the results I'm getting for my uncle with this other doctor. My sister's been taking care of his feet for the most part, but she has also been doing a lot more research online, looking at pictures, looking up, because she says he has athlete's foot. And my sister's looking stuff up, and she said that it doesn't really look like what they're saying. However, I'm sure there's a million different types. She says the doctor have seen this common, so I mean if they see it all the time, she should know. However, with my sister researching, she's also finding out. I hope this takes, because I move things around and I don't have my mic where I should, so people have to turn it up to listen to me, turn it down. I don't know. Anyway, so I went online. I made an appointment with a gentleman that came highly recommended, that I want a second opinion. I have other calls. See, I don't know where my notebook is, so I have another notebook that I just started to write down things to do. And tomorrow I get my car. I'm scared to death. I called the insurance company. $1,800 a year. It's $900 every 6 months for insurance. And I think oh my goodness. Anyway, when I figured it out, it came to $150 a month, where a lot of people said that is very reasonable for a brand new car. It's a 2020. Here's the thing, it makes me so nervous to even drive it off the lot tomorrow, because it's not my car. It's not my car. I've never leased a car in my life. So my mental state is, my hoopty car out there that I absolutely adore, yes, it's a piece of, but I love it. I know its quirks. I know it's going to break down on me. I know it could nickel and dime me to death. I know there's a million things wrong with it, but it's my car. And when I drive it, I don't care. It's not that I don't care how I drive, but it's like you have that mentality that it's my hoopty car. You want to piss me off? Hit me. Go ahead. Make my day or so. I mean, it's just, you drive differently. Not that that's a good or a bad thing, but I think you do drive differently, and you park differently. You don't care if you get dinged or bumped and, it's rusting. But I love it. It's my car. It belongs to me. This car that I'm going to be driving off the lot tomorrow is not my car. I'm renting it. That is what a lease is all about. To me, it is like just going to a car rental and renting a car. It's pretty much it. I have to pay the insurance. I have to, make sure it's maintained and take it for oil changes and all that good stuff, and take it to a dealership if something's wrong. But it's like, that is not good either. That's a half a snap. But you have to, I'm going to worry about where I park, because I don't want anybody touching it, and I don't want it getting dinged, and I'm going to be scared to drive it, and I don't want it to get dirty inside, and I'm only allowed 12,000 miles a year, which actually my son said was the higher of what he felt I needed, which could be. I'm retired. I don't drive as much. The reason I don't drive as much really is because nobody wants to get in my car. I usually drive it by myself, but I do need something that is safer to transport my aunt and my uncle to doctor's appointment. I get it. It is what it is. I have to have something that is safer, more dependable for transportation for them. It just, and I didn't get the color I wanted. It's a gray, forget the first, shadow gray metallic. It's not bad. It's pretty. It isn't what would have chosen. I don't trust or believe any dealerships, honestly. I just don't. I take them with a grain of salt. They were saying that they could not get a car in my color that I wanted because it had all the bells and whistles, and I don't want all the bells and whistles. And I know I'm rattling on for a long time about this car, but it's scaring the daylights out of me. And here's another thing, I'm a baby boomer. Give me a damn key. I don't want this push buttons. I don't even get a CD player. Come on. You know, we're not all techie millennials, whatever. They should still make a few cars for us. So I have a fob, but I have to push a button to start the car. I don't like that. And you have to have the fob to push the button. Why not just give me a damn key? So I can't start the car without the fob. But I could lock the fob in the car and really be screwed. I don't know. So I can't have an extra. I don't know. I don't know if you can get like. I mean, some cars you always used to get like two keys. Maybe you do get an emergency. I'll have to ask them that one. But I don't like all the, you know, bells and whistles and, when we test drove the car, I probably sat there with my son for a good 5 minutes, having him kind of explain the buttons and the pictures and okay, this does this and this is how this works, etc. And we were kind of playing with things and the windows and the seat and pointing everything out. And it has that OnStar. You get that free for the first 30 days, and then if you want it you have to pay for it. Then it also has the thing that something you can hook your phone up to so you can answer your phone on it. My daughter has it, which is really kind of cool. I do like that. So you can be more hands free. If you have to talk on the phone, you can answer your phone, etc. I need to get a car cam. The guy said with the no fault insurance, eventually they are going to be probably putting in cameras in all the cars eventually. I don't know if they're doing that now, but they strongly suggest that you get one because with all the accidents and the no fault insurance, it is really good to have those cameras be able to take pictures of accidents. Do you have to have a camera that's taking both front and rear then? I don't know. This is kind of like, I mean, if somebody hits you from behind, I don't know if that's a no-brainer, but I guess it would be better to have it front because if somebody pulls in front of you, or I don't know. That's something I have to look into. I did buy one. I gave it to my son-in-law. I was going to ask him if he's using it because if he's not, then I might ask him if I can have it back. If he is, no big deal. And if he wants to keep it, no big deal. I originally bought it because I thought that I would tape from the car, which is not what I want to do. But it's just really all this tech, I don't know. It's just crazy. And I'm rattling way too long. And I'm going to cut this short. I will put a picture in there of the car. And I should be excited. I've never had a new car. I've never drove a new car. You would think I would be excited. Whoopee, I get to be driving a new car. But I'm not. I'm really not. One, it's not really the car I would have chose for myself. Had it been me going out to buy a new car for myself and it was going to be mine, I would rather go buy a car that I really would like to have. That if I'm going to buy a new car, I want the color I want the make I want, you know, whatever. But having to buy a car for a specific person or for a specific reason, people and stuff, it's not that fun. I don't know. Just nerve wracking, I guess. And now I have car payments. Now I have a bigger car insurance payment. And oh my goodness. Anyway, I've rattled too long. This is probably one of the longest videos I've done yet. So I'll see what I can cut out of here. I will talk to you guys later. You have a good night. Bye.